Ay, no?
Wala.
Tama ba ako? Umalik mata lang. Oy, tangin! What's up? What's up? Ako ulit ay manonood ng mga horror videos dito sa YouTube. Okay, so ang papanoorin kong video ay yung kay Nook's Top 5. Yung Top 5 Ghost Videos So Scary You'll Quit in the Internet. Okay, so tignan naman na natin tong itong video. Nakakatakot ba talaga? Mapapamura na naman ako. Okay, so play na.
Christina, an avid watcher of the YouTube channel Paranormies, reached out to the two paranormal investigators about terrifying events she experienced while staying in room 313 at the Norwood Hotel in Winnipeg, Canada. Christina says that back in 2008, she stayed at the hotel alone for 2 nights while attending a convention. Her first night in room 313 at around 2 a.m., Christina wakes up completely paralyzed. In absolute horror, she watches as a man with a sinister grin stares at her from the darkness, peeking around the corner leading to the bathroom. She passes out and then doesn't wake up until hours later, and she says she immediately vomited. Christina calls her boyfriend, who tries to calm her down and suggests that she was probably just experiencing a terrifying incident of sleep paralysis. But the next night isn't any better. Christina has a nightmare in which she sees a man on fire floating outside her window. She wakes and he is in near hysterics. He says that he had a very vivid dream that a man broke into her room and did horrible things to her. Christina immediately just gets up and leaves the hotel. The next morning, she returns to the room to grab her things, and she's shocked. The window is wide open and someone has rummaged through her suitcase. She calls her boyfriend and he claims that he has no recollection of ever having called her the night before. Christina says that the experience is a complete mystery because the Norwood Hotel has no history of any reports of supernatural activity. The Paranormies team, Jordan and Johnny, head out to investigate room 313 at the Norwood Hotel to see if they can find evidence of anything paranormal. At first, the guys don't really capture much of anything, and they actually begin to wonder whether the story might have just been sleep paralysis after all. But then the team's equipment begins to act very strange, especially around Jordan.
Sleep paralysis episode. You know?
It could have been wrong?
It sounded like wrong. And it won't focus on you.
Really?
Now it is.
When Johnny wonders aloud if Christina experienced sleep paralysis instead of something paranormal, the spirit box seems to answer wrong, and Johnny's camera suddenly won't focus on Jordan. When Johnny begins to use an SLS camera, he again experiences a very odd malfunction.
It won't even pick you up.
It won't pick me up?
No.
What if I go like this?
No, it won't pick you up.
Really? That's weird.
It wouldn't. It's like, what the hell's going on? It wouldn't pick. It was blurring you out.
Is there something around me right now that's interfering with the electronics?
It won't pick Jordan up.
The SLS camera team has brought a motion-activated doll with them and placed it in the bathroom. It too now begins to malfunction.
The doll won't go off.
Ayun yung Ito yung dull motion.
Jordan,
What?
come look. The doll won't go off. We just.
Ay, gumalaw.
Look at this.
Wow. Usually she doesn't shut up.
What? You walk in front of it. Okay, hang on. Stay there. Flip it around. I want to just keep this in one shot to see.
Well,
What?
there she goes.
But she's not making any noise.
She's not making any noise. That is weird.
She's not saying anything. Oh.
The motion-activated doll doesn't detect any of the motion that the two friends create in front of it. Then suddenly, without reason, it begins to work again. Jordan and Johnny sit down at the hotel beds. That's when they hear something truly bizarre.
What is that noise? You hear it still?
Sounds like a tapping. I'll check it out.
Heavy. You hear it still? I can still hear it from here.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. It almost sounds like, yeah, like water.
Oh my god. Nobody.
The soft sound of tapping can be heard coming from
Takot
somewhere
dumaan
inside the
dun, no?
bathroom, but the two friends
hallway na
can't
gano'n.
find the source. A loud sound can be heard from the main door, but they find no one outside in the hallway. Now, that's all very creepy, but did you see it? When Jordan gets up to
Saan?
investigate the tapping inside the bathroom, he walks past the
Uy,
mirror.
putang ina mo.
Yet,
Ano yun?
he has no
Ay, makakalampag lang pala doon. Nagulat ako doon ah.
reflection, even though earlier and also later in the investigation, his reflection is very clear. Now everything that's happening seems to be centered around Jordan for some
Ano
reason.
yung nangyari? Hindi ko na. Nagulat ako sa
Though
tumo.
earlier and also
Tumalampag
later
eh.
in the investigation, being inside the bathroom,
Nagulat
inside in
yun.
the hallway. Now that's all very creepy, but did you see it? When Jordan gets up to investigate the tapping inside the bathroom, he walks past a mirror. Yet, he has no reflection.
Oo nga no.
Even though earlier and also later in the investigation, his reflection is very clear. Now everything that's happening seems to be centered around Jordan for some reason.
Gagi, minumulto na siya.
Almost as if something sinister has attached itself to him, as it did to Christina years earlier. Now perhaps it could all be explained as coincidental
Kaya, creepy
equipment
nun.
failure and a very bizarre
Hi.
compression error.
Puta,
What
yung ano ko.
happens next is much harder to
Yung
explain.
goosebumps ko.
As the two investigators lay down for the night, they set up a laser grid and turn on a motion-activated REM pod and K2 meter. They fall asleep and leave a camera recording throughout the night. At around 4:15 a.m., the REM pod and K2 meter both go off, waking the two guys. What happens next is downright chilling. A shadow figure
Oo
can
nga,
be seen
meron nga.
obstructing the laser grid and appears to be slowly moving towards Jordan until it seems to be right on top of him. Could this be the haunting apparition of the man that Christina saw in room 313 years earlier? Whatever it is, the Paranormies team did not discover this terrifying figure until after they uploaded their investigation to YouTube. It was pointed out by viewers. So, is room 313 haunted? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. You can watch this entire investigation and much more over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies. Weird World. Now the strangest thing about this next paranormal video might be the source, because this video was released by the actual mayor of the city of Armenia, Colombia, Jose Manuel
Armenia,
Rios.
Colombia.
So the security guard in this video says that he saw a male figure descend the stairs inside the mayor's office. He pursues the man, but the guy seems to vanish into thin air. The security guard can be seen on CCTV searching the area, but then things take a terrifying turn.
Uy, putang ina. Wrestling siya, no? Gago, nasaktan yung gwardiya, pucha. Tingnan mo mabuti ah. Balikan natin. Ayun na, ayun na. Boom! Pucha, ano yan? Kala mo, binunggo siya ng kotse, no? Pucha. Kotseng multo. Oh! Hindi siya.
In the video, the security guard appears to be suspiciously looking around the area, seemingly confused. Then suddenly an unseen force seems to attack the man and throw him into a banner. The guard can be seen looking around in panic, with no assailant in sight. He then suffers another attack and 2 guards hurry over to help him. The somewhat shaken mayor of Armenia says that, quote, a bishop and other religious leaders will come to bless the mayor's offices, and that they will, quote, bring God's blessing to every corner of this workspace. Now, it seems highly doubtful that the mayor of Armenia, Colombia, would suddenly release a fake ghost video. So, just what do you think happened to this security guard? In another strange video, Facebook user Eder Olivas is on the road late one night driving down the Saltillo Torreon Highway in Mexico. Eder is a little drowsy and sees something that he believes might just be an optical illusion, or simply his mind playing tricks on him so late at night. But when he gets home, he decides to check his dashcam footage, just in case. And he's shocked to find that what he saw was very real. A woman wearing a long
Asan?
white dress can be seen dangerously
Ah,
running
ano?
down the busy highway. Eder believes he might have captured a ghost on his dashboard camera and shares this video to Facebook. Now, this stretch of highway has seen countless deadly accidents over the years in which many people lost their lives under horrible circumstances. The accidents happen so frequently on this road that just 10 days after Eder captured this unidentified woman on camera, another woman and her partner lost their lives in a horrible freak accident on the exact same road. So could the Saltillo Torreon Highway be haunted by a deadly presence? Let me know what you think. The Little Place in the Woods. Dutch urban explorer Mark Roloff from the YouTube channel Mark Ben Ik travels to a remote abandoned lodge in the countryside of Belgium. Over 10 years ago, a woman named Anne Sophie fell in love with the rustic house and sunk all of her savings into renovating the property into a countryside restaurant and bed and breakfast. But she was soon met with terrible news. You see, the local township decided to remove the only road that led to her new lodge deep in the woods. After a 4-year battle with the local government and nearing bankruptcy, Anne Sophie just gave up. Exhausted and defeated, the woman tragically took her own life inside the uncompleted bed and breakfast. Ironically, only 2 weeks after her death, news came down that the township decided that the road was actually going to stay after all. Ever since her tragic news came down that the township decided that the road was actually going to stay after all. Ever since her tragic passing, the lodge has been abandoned. Now, Mark Roloff is not a paranormal investigator. He's an urban explorer who searches out hard-to-reach abandoned locations in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany, and shares his experiences on his YouTube channel, Mark Ben Ik. This video was supposed to be just like his other explorations, but things took a bizarre turn. After Mark posts this video to YouTube, his viewers notice some things that he just didn't. And this is when things start to get a bit creepy. As Mark explores the property all alone, It seems that a woman's voice can be heard.
Je houdt het niet bepaald lekker.
Oo, meron nga.
Wat gaaf dit. Oud VOC-schip.
Now, as I mentioned before, Mark didn't even notice the strange female voice in the background of his video, so he just mixed music right over it. But I went in and edited the audio and attempted to remove most of the music and background noise.
Wat gaaf
Hala.
dit.
Ano siya?
Clear what the
Yung
fake-
boss parang nag-ano? Parang nagsasalita ng mga ano, mga ritual ganun, di ba? Mabilis. Hindi mo maintindihan yung mga sinasabi. Parang ganun yung pagkakarinig ko eh.
Female voices sang, and Mark says he has no idea where the voice could have come from. But that's not all, because Mark captured something else. Something downright chilling.
Ik zie dat die kelder wel onder water staat, dus helaas kan ik die kelder niet meer in. Wel een aparte koelkast trouwens, het is gewoon helemaal meegemobileerd. Maar daar
Oh!
buiten
Ay, kago.
zijn nog veel meer
Tanga,
gebouwen
takot ako dun sa sarili ko.
waar alles in zou staan.
The flashlight. Uy, tangina mo! Ano yun?
Hier zie je ook een schilderij.
Ano yun, pre?
Super mooi, kijk dan. Helemaal geborduurd, dit schilderij.
In the corner behind
Ayan, no?
the door, the dark figure of
Oh,
a
diba?
woman can be seen just standing there.
Oh, shit.
Mark has no idea what he has just
Ang
captured
laki nun,
and
pre, oh.
continues filming, completely unaware of the terrifying apparition that he just recorded.
Whew.
Now, I reached out to Mark, and he says that throughout his exploration, he felt like something was just a bit off, but he wasn't overly concerned. However, after watching his video back and taking note of what his viewers pointed out, he has no idea what he captured, and to this day, this shadowy figure is a complete mystery. Could it be the tragic spirit of Anne Sophie still in her failed bed and breakfast? Let me know what you think. Right behind you. Paranormal investigator Ricky Velasquez is challenged to explore an abandoned house in Mexico that is said to be extremely haunted. Ricky's fans don't think he'll be able to stay inside the creepy home for longer than an hour. So Ricky takes the challenge and broadcasts live to YouTube as he heads inside the house. He has no idea why the location might be haunted or what dark history might have taken place there. But he soon realizes that the supernatural rumors about the house might be a bit more real than he thought.
Ok, esto sí me huele mal.
May nagtabog agad.
18 minutos.
Ricky has been inside for only 18 minutes when he already begins to experience strange phenomena. Somewhere inside the house, he hears a loud bang. So he heads upstairs and continues his exploration.
Hola. Ay, güey. Ok. Pero me ha tocado cosas más feas. ¿Qué es un balcón o qué? Un balconcito. Qué gusto está, ¿verdad? Ay, no mames. No, ya.
Nagwawala.
Oh, la bestia. Se va a caer. No. ¿Qué pedo aquí? Uy.
Takot ka dyan.
The paranormal investigator almost falls through the ceiling to the floor below. But that's not the only thing that
Oo nga,
shocked
no?
Ricky's live viewers. Because this time, did you hear it? Right before Ricky nearly falls through the floor, an eerie voice can be heard quietly whispering.
Qué gusto está, ¿verdad?
Sabi niya, I has
Still on the second floor, Ricky begins
Ayan
to
na. Ayun yung mga nakakatakot sa
strange
lamin eh.
sounds coming from right behind him.
Mga
But every time he turns around, no one there. He attempts to get a glimpse at what he's been hearing by pointing the camera at himself and the room behind him.
No mames.
malapit lang sa camera yung ano eh. Sa mic ng camera. Nagkasalita.
Aquí hay algo más.
Ricky now hears the creepy whispering himself and starts to think that he might not be alone. But he gathers his courage, determined to continue exploring. He heads into the upstairs bathroom, and what happens next is absolutely horrifying.
NCR. Okay nung mga...
Hola.
Ay gago. Sa likod niya meron. Ayun no. Tama ba ako?
Hola.
Ayun no oh. Oh. O kanino lang to.
Empiezo a sentir helado.
Ayun no. Ayun no.
¿Qué se escuchó?
Ayun no.
Hola.
Tama ba ako? Malikmata lang. Oy, tangin mo! Sabi na eh. Pamura na naman ako. Bullshit na yan. Eh no? Oh?
Ricky runs away in abject terror as he sees the pale figure of a woman standing right behind him.
Oh shit! Bata yung bata.
And enhancing the footage, it almost looks like
Ay,
a
no?
strange apparition has
Oh,
one
tangin na yung mata.
completely empty white eye. So, after only making it 30 minutes inside the abandoned property, Ricky has had enough and just leaves.
Tangin na, umuwi ka talaga
Is it
dyan.
real?
Tangin na.
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch this entire video and many more creepy investigations over on the
Tangina,
YouTube
grabe
channel,
yan.
Ricky Velasquez Paranormal Investigations. A turn for the worse. Paranormal investigators Kuram and Shahid from the YouTube channel Saya Official travel to an abandoned farmhouse in Punjab, Pakistan that is said to be extremely haunted by an evil entity. The entire property is haunted, but especially one particular tree that seems to trigger aggressive supernatural activity when approached. And says that his children mysteriously became very ill after they had been playing underneath the tree. Their hands and feet became locked in a twisted, painful position, and they couldn't move them. The farm owner also became ill and suffered the exact same fate. Hands and feet became twisted in pain. The helpless, terrified family soon deserted the farmhouse and just never returned. Kuram and Shahid were called in to investigate the extreme haunting of the farm. Now, just so you know what's going on, the loud aerial noise that can be heard in this footage is explained by Kuram and Shahid to be the sounds of a Muslim religious event that is taking place in the same month they are investigating. So, when the two friends begin exploring the property, it doesn't take long before they start to experience the alleged extreme haunting for themselves.
ये देखें अस्तगफिरुल्लाह अल्लाह
Uy, gumagaling kotse.
उधर से
Inalog yung kotse, inalog.
यार कुरम यार कुरम ये पहले इसका आगे वाला बोनर हिला है
ये देखो दोबारा दरवाजा बंद हो
फिर
गया
दरवाजा बंद हो गया कुरम
Sumara yung pinto. Baka sa hangin lang yan.
यार अल्लाहु अकबर ये देखें
ये खिड़की खुली हुई है मुझे लग रहा है ये हवा की क्रॉसिंग की वजह ये देखें असल में हवा की क्रॉसिंग हो रही है जिसकी वजह से ना
अल्लाह अकबर या यार खुरम ये मेरे पीछे पता नहीं क्या चीज़ आके लगी है.
A car sitting on the farm's property begins to shake on its own, and something heavy is thrown and hits Shahid in
Inalag
the
yung
back.
kotse, no?
इसकी वजह से ना
They don't know it yet, but things are just going to get worse from here.
ओए अल्लाह यार खुरम.
Ginalaw yung ano eh, no? Tingnan natin ulit. Umangat
Things
pala.
are just going to get worse
Ilangat yung
from
ano, ang
here.
tawag sa ganun. Ayun, yung parang ganun, no? Ay, gago, wait lang.
Going to get worse from here.
Ano yun? Ano sumayan, no? Parang mukha. Inangat mo.
अल्लाह यार खुरम. यार ये इसकी आवाज़ आई थी.
यार ये पलटी है, यहाँ पड़ी हुई थी.
हाँ इधर पड़ी हुई थी.
A wooden hay cart is flipped into the air and falls violently. The two investigators are shocked, but they continue to explore the area. What happens next is just bizarre.
ओ ये देखें खुरम, ये देखें, ये सिंक भी टूटा हुआ है. आवाज़ आई है खुरम इधर से. सुनिए आपने?
हाँ जी.
Gago, akala ko tao to. You know?
Shahid looks into an old dirty mirror when he hears a sound and the two investigators turn around. But Shahid's reflection doesn't move.
Ayaw nga, gago.
His own face seems to be staring back at him as he turns and moves toward the unexplained sound. Completely unaware of what just happened, Shahid and Karam set out to find the source of the mysterious noise.
Nalit yung ano niya, reflection sa ano, salamin.
आप अपनी मौजूदगी का एहसास दोबारा दिला सकते हैं?
क्या बगैर नुकसान पहुंचाए?
शाहिद,
क्या होगा खुरम?
इधर से किसी ने झांका है.
इधर से?
शाहिद, इधर से किसी ने झांका है. इधर से कोई देख रहा था.
The two investigators ask for the dark presence to appear, and they get exactly what they wish for. A strange figure can be seen throwing
Oo nga.
something at the team from the
Hindi ko
other side of
napansin
the
yun.
property. When they run over, there's no
Wala
one
naman.
there. The creepy apparition has simply
Ayaw nga, gago.
disappeared. The team decides to split up, and Shahid goes into one of the old farm buildings and heads upstairs.
Wait lang. Okay, play na ulit.
He sets up a static camera and lies down on an old bed frame. It did not go well.
Ay, parang may sumisilip. Mukha ba to? Uy, gago! Tangina mo! Ang sakit nun, pre. Tingnan mo, ah. Bagag. Tangina. Sapul yung mukha niya. Sakit nun.
The heavy bed frame
no?
suddenly flips over, throwing
Bag.
Shahid to the floor. The terrified investigator just gets up
Bag,
and makes
aray.
a run for it. After this
Sakit
horrifying
nun.
experience, the team decides they've pretty much had enough, and they decide to call it a night. Now, real or not, the metal frame of that bed and Shahid's weight combined would have been extremely heavy and difficult to lift off the floor. So this footage is without a doubt incredibly strange and very creepy. I'm not sure I have an explanation, but maybe you do. Is it real, or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? You decide.
Hindi mo
You
nang
can watch
basta-basta
this full
mapipegi yun.
two-part series
Ito nga,
on the
tangina,
YouTube channel, Saya Official.
Nalit yung ano.
If you see a video that
Reflection
you
niya
think
sa
would be
mirror.
perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Meanwhile, on TikTok,
And TikTok.
Anonymous TikTok user Haunted Wesley Manor claims that he works as a building maintenance man for a large apartment complex that was built in the late 1700s. Now, back in those days, the basement of the building contained cheap live-in apartments for hundreds of poor occupants. But now, after years of restorations and remodeling, the basement is left empty and abandoned. TikTok user Haunted Wesley Manor says that many of his co-workers and even current residents of the building have heard and seen some very strange things. In fact, after many residents started reporting that they heard crying, giggling, and even screaming coming from the basement, the anonymous TikTok user and building maintenance man was forced to start checking out the creepy basement for intruders on a regular basis. He records his experiences and shares them on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
His curious TikTok followers believe that the spirits of restless children might actually haunt the basement, and they request that the TikTok user leave a toy in the basement. So he does, and that's when things get truly bizarre.
Bizarre.
I brought a little toy. Hopefully the ghost likes it. I think it's a child. I'm hearing a lot of stuff down here. What? No.
The toy truck suddenly turns on as if someone or something touched it. After this creepy experience, the activity in the basement only seems to intensify. The TikToker begins to hear movements and giggling when he goes down on his daily inspections. And then, one day, he captures something downright chilling. A young child can be seen peeking at the front of the TikToker from behind a wall, and then the video cuts out. So, is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax?
I know.
You decide. In another video, TikTok user Maddie Bart believes that a dark entity followed her home after she went on a paranormal investigation at a cemetery. She says that she's seen something strange in her yard on a regular basis, and that whatever it is, it appears to be getting closer and closer to her house. One night, she's shocked when something appears right at her front door.
Maggie? Maggie? Oh my god. Maggie?
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Did he just move? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is he out there?
Huwag mo nang silipin.
Do you see anything? No, I don't see anything. Her clock closed. It looked like it turned and walked away. The only place it could have gone is through this.
Oo nga naman.
A pale, translucent figure can be seen looking into the window of Maddie's front door. It then seems to move to the side and suddenly disappear into thin air. Maddie and her sister open the front door, but no one there. What makes this footage even stranger is that there's nowhere for this mysterious figure to have gone. There are several steps up and a tall guardrail right beside the door. So again, is it real? As always, I leave it up to you to decide. 3 haunted houses. YouTube user Megasquirrel64 Gamer has his entire YouTube channel dedicated to gaming videos and occasional vlogs. But there's one video on his channel that's very different. In the video, the YouTuber explains that his dad got a delivery and opened the front door to receive it. On the door, there's a security camera, which is now filming the inside of the house.
Ayun, no?
YouTube user MegaSquirrel64 Gamer explains that his mom and dad were the only ones present during the recording of this video. So, just who or what is sitting on the couch
diba?
next to his mom? The gamer has
Sabi
no
na, yun
idea
yun
what this bizarre apparition could be, and to this day, the video remains unexplained. But what do you think this
Creepy na
might
puta.
be? Let me know down in the comments. In another video of an alleged haunted house, Sylvia C. from England says that she's been dealing with aggressive poltergeist activity ever since she played around
Ayun yung
with the
mas
Ouija board.
nakakatakot yung mga
Hi
poltergeist.
guys, I've just put the camera on. There's a lot of activity tonight in the kitchen. Keeps banging that cupboard door.
Tang inang yan. Sampalin mo,
Nothing's on the
puta.
phone. Don't know what to do.
Sylvia says that the house she lives in was built on top of an old British coal mine. She now fears that whatever dark spirit she unleashed during her Ouija board session might be trying to harm her.
That plate's moving. That plate.
Sabihin to sa'yo, no? Tang ina.
I'm scared to go in the kitchen in case it comes out. It's me. Can you see that? That plate is moving. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Tang ina. Ba't mo binasag? Ikaw ba bumili nun, ha?
Oh my god, guys.
Ang loko kang multo ka.
Spirit in the kitchen, why did you do that?
As the strange activity only seems to intensify, Sylvia starts to set up static cameras around her house.
Eh na. Nagugutom siguro, nagugutom yung multo. Mga kalambag talaga, oh. Pagahag. Oh, tangina. Siguro marami sila, marami.
The kitchen cabinet slams shut with such force that it appears to shake the entire kitchen. Another night, and the terrifying activity starts up again. Sylvia understandably starts to freak out just a bit.
Hi guys, still activity in the kitchen.
Guys, I heard things happening in the kitchen again. That cutlery's moving.
Nagulo yung mga ano.
That tin was moving. First time that tin moved.
Lo,
Oh my god, that one's just moved.
malapit talaga sa kanya.
Why are you moving things?
Hindi nahihiya yung mga ano, yung mga multo.
I better get out. Please don't move it. Cutlery. Please don't throw a knife. Spirit. Oh my god. Let's just shut that door. Washing machine. Oh, spirit in the kitchen.
Nakakita ko.
Oh no, guys, let's just move that chair.
Ang tapang ng babaeng to.
Guys, I'm so scared.
No? Pucha na
But
yan.
nothing prepares Sylvia for what happens next.
Yung kutsilyo. Yan yung mahirap pag kutsilyo. Oh, shit. Uy, tang ina mo.
A sharp
Gago ka,
flies from the countertop and lands very near her feet. Sylvia says that she is now worried for her safety.
Saan pala yun pag nakita mo?
Move to a new home. You can watch even more creepy videos of the terrifying activity in Sylvia's home over on her YouTube channel, Sylvia C.
Sampaling ko yung
This
multo na
next
yun.
creepy video was sent in to me by a Nuke Stop By viewer. However, the source of the mysterious footage is unknown. So the story goes that the residents of a house are being tormented by terrifying poltergeist activity. In an attempt to capture proof of the strange events, they leave a camera running overnight. What they catch on camera is absolutely terrifying.
Tingnan mo buti. Meron eh. May one dito eh.
I probably don't need to ask, but
Oh, baka na ano lang
did you
ako.
see it?
Balik mata lang siguro.
Objects on the table appear to be moving on their own, and a light
Baka
slowly
balik mata
bends
lang.
over. But then, for just a split second, some bizarre dark
Ay
shape
no, diba sabi ko sa inyo eh.
standing at the
Oo eh no.
table.
Oo.
The figure only appears for 2 frames of video, and then
Mabilis
seems
lang
to
eh.
become translucent before disappearing completely. A few seconds later, and the figure can be seen again, this time in the kitchen. Now, I'm certainly not saying that this is 100% real paranormal footage, and without the original source, we'll never know. But it's definitely very creepy.
Oo naman, kahit di totoo yun eh. Puta, ang creepy pa rin yung pagkakagawa
YouTuber
nila.
Luis Manuel Mote
Kung
from the
pinigil nila,
YouTube
diba?
channel Terror al Extremo travels to El Espinazo del Diablo, which translates to the Devil's Backbone. The road is one of the most dangerous highways in Mexico. The motorway is infamous for its treacherous curves, sudden ravines, and steep climbs and drops between mountains. Undeniably, the road has seen its fair share of tragic accidents, and the highway is believed to be very haunted. Luis is joined by his friend and cameraman Odin as they explore several abandoned buildings on the Devil's Road. Soon after they arrive, Luis begins to explain to the audience where they are. Little do the two men know that they have already captured something very strange.
Ok, pues ya estamos aquí dentro de este lugar. Vamos a ver, ¿no? Es que de verdad sí estoy sugestionado. Venimos con un poco de miedo. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué encontramos en este lugar. Se presenta detrás de cámaras su amigo Dean, familia. Y su amigo y servidor,
Meron nga.
Luis Manuel.
May naglakad
Su
doon.
amigo Dean, familia. Y su amigo y servidor.
Ayun no.
A pale figure can be seen walking in the distance, barely visible on camera. Now, it should be noted the two friends are in a remote area, far away from any cities or towns, which makes this capture even more bizarre. As they begin their exploration and walk through one of the abandoned structures, the two are spooked by something they can't explain.
Paso. Uy, fue atrás.
Namamato na.
Patearon algo, ¿no?
Sí. Pero no había nada.
Solamente. No inventes, ya me saqué de onda, ¿eh? Es que allá arriba no hay ni para dónde se echen a correr. Si es que hay vivos aquí. Mira, hay una casita ahí abajo. Yo creo que ha de ser baño.
May kumalampag.
No inventes, Odín. Mira, hay una casita ahí abajo. Yo creo que ha de ser baño. No inventes, Odín.
Sige, buksan mo. Ang ganda ng camera nila eh.
Está más dura, güey. Pero, güey, no hay nada aquí.
A can falls on its own, and soon after, an eerie moan can be heard just before a door slams shut. Luis and Odin begin to get the feeling that they're not alone, and someone or something is following them. Their suspicions are soon confirmed when they witness something with their own eyes. Something chilling.
Creepy na puta.
¿Será ahí arriba de los árboles?
¿Qué soy yo de ese lado? Por arriba.
Alguien se oyó por atrás, ¿sabes? ¿Qué será?
No sé.
¿Ardita? Hay algo en el árbol, ¿ya viste? Alúmbrale,
Sí,
alúmbrale
sí, sí,
al 100.
¿Ya lo viste? ¿Ya lo viste? Luis,
Asan? Hindi ko makita.
¿sí lo agarraste?
Alcancé a verlo, pero se lo por ahí.
Another moan can be heard coming from somewhere out of the darkness. Then they both see a pale figure walking in the distance near the ruins of some abandoned structures. When they explore the area, they find nothing and no one. So did Luis and Odin capture the paranormal activity that people claim has been haunting the Devil's Backbone Highway? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Same lang yung ano. Same lang yung
You
kanina.
decide.
Ayan. Yun.
You can watch this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel Terror al Extremo.